Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Jerome. Hey, Catherine. Thank you guys for being on. We are back. Man, awesome weekend, busy weekend, long road weekend, but we're back. Um, and yeah, welcome. Welcome to this presentation of Consciousness Ascending, where our single goal is to accelerate your becoming, support you in accelerating your becoming. Becoming what? Becoming the person that you are, free of the conflicts, the inner conflicts that are between you and the full free expression of your truth in source, the conditioning, the programming. That's our single goal, is to support you in releasing these things, getting past these things so that you can know your true self and so that you can truly step into the life that you are inspired to live. Today's topic is, do you love yourself? Selfishly expressing changes the game. Selfishly expressing changes the game. So the structure of this is we will give a short discussion, or Abraham will channel a short discussion, and then we'll take some questions from the chat. If you're new to this channel, if you're new to this presentation, what we are offering here, and you find value, be sure to subscribe. If you're not new, you guys know the deal. Like, comment. We welcome it all. Be sure to comment if you're inspired to something, because commenting, that movement, that action, actually helps solidify it more into yourself, into your being. And at the same time, it can inspire others into their understanding, into their expansion. Your life experience can inspire others. Um, Also, if you're new, check the description. In the description, you're going to find some free offerings, some free information from us. First is the greatest misconceptions, the three greatest misconceptions about the path of growth and expansion that you are on. And then another one is the at accelerated-evolution.com. You're going to find the three attention shifts, that you have to make in order to be working at your foundation. Otherwise, you're kind of working on the outskirts of your true power, which is fine if that's where you are. If you're exploring lots of different information, lots of different things about your inner makeup and your psychic abilities and all these things. But when you get to the point where you want to take control and take full responsibility for your life, you have to make sure that you've taken the three attention shifts, made the three attention shifts, and that's what you will find in that presentation. As far as upcoming, the full intuitive conversation with Fonda Clayton will be available tomorrow. It will be released tomorrow. Um, and yeah, beyond that, be sure to, again, when you check out the free presentations, and it's your first time, schedule your free ascension session. Let us support you on your whatever you is your highest intention in the moment, and take a tour of the Ascension Accelerator. The Ascension Accelerator is our private community. Uh, where we are supporting individuals right now. We've been engaged in it about a year now, and the individuals in there have experienced acceleration in their growth and expansion. It's an amazing thing. We're still working on how to put what's happening in there into words. We will get that soon so that we can have somewhere for people to go and actually read about what's going on and what's available. It's very hard to describe the immense expansion that is happening for each individual that's been involved in our private community now. The short of it, if I were to give a shortness of it, it would be with I have a story. I won't give it now, but I've experienced it. I've experienced the truth of each of us in source twice in my lifetime. Once it was for a brief time and it scared me, and I immediately came out of it. The second time it happened, I was actually up moving around doing something, and it kind of lingered for 20 minutes. And it feels like the ability to take a deep breath, to exhale. It feels like the weight is no longer on your shoulders or on your body. It feels like those tears around your heart that many of us have had since children through dramatic and traumatic happenings are no longer there. And you begin to see how these happenings, how the ideas within you are hindering oftentimes causing you to sabotage your ability to create the life that you're inspired to create. Really don't know who we are. Have no idea until we begin to release that inner conflict. And that's what we're supporting people in doing in the private community. You have to have an ascension session to be able to even consider getting in, because we're very protective of the community and the people that are in there. You have to be the right fit. So that's something that you're interested in. Be sure to sign up for your free ascension session after you take a peek at the information, the free information that's provided. All right. So let's get started. Do you love yourself? Selfishly expressing changes the game. Excellent. That is and was an excellent introduction to this live event, an excellent introduction to that. One of the things, the main thing, the biggest thing, the most exciting thing that we have to offer, the Ascension Accelerator, where we're able to be in close contact. What you have to understand is that the monks of past times, the spiritual leaders of past times, they spent time around teachers. They spent personal time, private time, extended periods of time around teachers who supported them along the way. You cannot just give an individual all of the information. The information has to be assimilated into their being. There has to be, if you really want to accelerate the process, there has to be a gathering of information and applying of information, the creation of new states of being, while at the same time a releasing of that which you have been conditioned to in order to truly accelerate the process. And most of you aren't in position to be able to go up to some foreign land, up into a high, onto a mountaintop where there's some monastery or something, and stay for years at a time, which is what it took many of your masters that you read about, and stay for years at a time to learn and to release and to grow and develop into and allowing the truth of your being. Most of you can't do that. You can't, that's not an option for you. There's always the potential, but at this moment, it's not an option for you. You have families, you have work, you have all of these things. That's why we created the private community. But do you love yourself? Why is this so important? And you've heard it before, to love yourself, to care for yourself, to be proud of yourself, to celebrate your successes, to do all of these things. Why is it important? It's important because you are the expressor. You are the expressor. Nothing outside of you is sowing love into you. Nothing outside of you is, let's change that. The love that you seek, the love that you desire to experience. When you say that you feel loved by a spouse or partner or your children or a friend or a loved one, when you say that you feel loved, they're not putting that into you. They're igniting something, reminding you of something that's already inside of you. You have to understand that. So when we say, do you love yourself? Why is it important to love yourself? It's because you are the expressor. Everything that you seek, you find it when you become the expression of it. As long as you are looking outside of yourself for any idea or any emotion, you are giving away your power. You are in reaction to that which is appearing outside of you, and simultaneously, as a conscious creator, one in which the inner creative process is within you, you are most likely offering the absence of the thing. The absence of the thing. And that's why that is your dominant experience. If you want to experience love, be the expresser of it. Be the love. And the first manifestation of it will be in the feeling. It will be in the emotions. It will be in your thoughts. The more consistently you play and practice with expressing love, it will build and grow inside of you and manifest, as we said first, in how you feel. Then it will manifest in your thought patterns, and then it will be reflected to you in and through your experience. You have to understand, when you make these inner shifts in your expressions, you will begin to see your external world differently, because you will be seeing it through the eyes of the feeling of the states of being that you are offering. You will begin to see the people differently. You will begin to see the events differently. You will be able to begin to see the grass and the flowers and the trees, the animals, the insects, the birds. You will begin to see all of them differently when you are viewing your external through the state of being that is expressing love. Let's just say love first of all, and then later on you will move into love without conditions, because that can be difficult for some of you when you're still giving some level of responsibility for your life for things that are happening outside of you. Love without conditions can be difficult, but you can start with love. Let's move from love to something else. Let's talk about confidence. Let's talk about confidence. If you want to be the experiencer of events in your life that you have failed to manifest because they require greater confidence, it is incumbent upon you to be the expresser of that confidence. We're not talking about being powerful yet. We're just talking about that idea that humanity claims as confidence. Do you understand that confidence is a state of being? Do you understand that you can be confident even though you're in a position or a location that you've never been in? Being uncomfortable or being insecure or being fearful is not synonymous with a new experience. You've never been in this class before. You've never been around any of these people before in the class, but you can be confident nonetheless. It is an expression. The teacher, the other people, the information in the books or on the computer screen, they do not put confidence inside of you. You can be confident even though you've never been there before or never experienced it before. You can be confident in the airport you've never been in before. You can be confident in the interview, whether you've ever been there before or not, whether you've ever met the people or not. Why? Because it is an expression. It's not something that's put into you. And all of these things, love, confidence, joy, acceptance, acknowledgement, respect, all of these things are expressions. And when you truly understand it and you begin to be the expresser of it, not for anything external, but for you, when you begin to love you, you will be expressing love. When you begin to respect you, your desires, your intentions, you will be the expresser of respect, and it will be reflected back to you. When you begin to be the expresser of acceptance, acceptance of your whole being, all that you are, all that has ever happened to you, all that you have ever done, when you become the acceptor of it, when you become the acknowledger of it, when you become the celebrator of it, you will be expressing it, and it will be reflected in the mirror of your experience. And you can put any idea into that equation and become the expression of that. Now, as you begin to think about these ideas, and if you go back and you listen to this again and you begin to play and practice with it, the first thing that you will begin to notice is all the things that you have been expressing up to this point that have been undesired. You have been expressing some level of fear, insecurity. You've been expressing ideas of broken relationships, been expressing ideas of dis-ease. You've been expressing ideas of hurt or pain that you experienced along the way of your life. And you have been wondering all of this time why you keep running into these type people, why you keep having these types of experiences in your life. It's because you are expressing. And that's the power. That's the revealing of your true power. The minute you stop expressing it, you shut off the valve of the momentum and it begins to decrease in frequency in the reflection in the mirror. It starts to drop off slowly, slowly, slowly. It's been 2 weeks. It's been 3 weeks. You haven't had the experience. It's been a month. It's been 3 months. You haven't had the experience because you turned off the valve. You stopped expressing it, and therefore the momentum died off. But don't stop there. What are you intending? What ideas are you intending for yourself that will create the states of being that will align you with that which you are desiring to experience in your life, that which you are inspired to experience or create in your life? What are the states of being? What are the ideas? Do you need to be more confident? Do you need to be more direct? Do you just need to love yourself more so that you express love more, so that you don't continue to experience those ideas that represent the absence of love, the feeling of being disrespected, the feeling of being a victim, the feeling of being powerless, right? These ideas are synonymous with the and fall in line with the absence of love, right? How one might be treated who is unloved. But when you begin to be the expressor and you begin to make your list and catalog of all of the ways that you have been expressing that now you can see have yielded the absence of the thing as experience. This has been my experience. I can see, think about your math equations. A plus B equals C. This has been my experience. Well, let's start here. I have been expressing this. This is the idea. This has been the expression, and this has been the experience. So if you change a variable, you change the variables, say you place an intention, this is what I've always really intended, plus the expression of the states of being, the state of being. If the first equation holds true, then the second equation must hold true. If this is my intention, and I align with that intention or that experience through the expression of these ideas, these states of being, then this will be my experience. It's the nature of the plane of existence that you're on. The integrative process is inner, is within. And when you engage all of the creative faculties within in the direction of that which is intended, you are aligning yourself with it. Now, the only caveat is that you have conflict within yourself that you need to release. Otherwise, it's going to draw out the time because the new sowing of ideas, the new expressing of states of being are still going to be in conflict with the old, and you have to continue and build the energy around these ideas until they become more dominant than the old patterns. But if you are releasing and playing with releasing the old patterns while sowing the new, then you're speeding up the process. And this is the challenge with many on how to do that. But the first thing you have to understand, many of you are still in the first stages of understanding that it's about expressing. And everything that you desire to feel from an emotional position or an idea position, things that you feel that you didn't get as a child, they are still alive inside of you and they are resonating from within. Understand that you are the expressor. And when you begin to express those things that you have been seeking all your life, the game changes because it begins to cut into the momentum of that which has been expressed in previous present moments. And you will see the evidence first in how you feel when you choose and intend to express. Second, with consistency, you begin to see the changing of your thought patterns that more reflect that which you have chosen to express. And then lastly, you begin to see the materialization of it as experience. Your experiences are the last phase of manifestation. The last phase of manifestation. First, manifestations are in how you feel. Second phase, manifestations are in your thought patterns reflecting how you feel, the states of being that you are establishing. When you're riding and driving in your car and you have thoughts of abundance that you have never thought before, you have thoughts of well being that you have never thought before. You have thoughts of confidence, of power that you have never thought before about yourself. These are manifestations. Continue doing what you're doing. Continue to build and grow and energize the idea. And then watch for the reflection in the mirror of your experience. Whether it's emotion, idea, intentions that you have about yourself, or a physical manifestation, the process is the same. Process, the process is the same. Questions, comments? Any questions or comments about anything that has been discussed or anything that you have been inspired to, whether it feels like it's related or not, anything that you have been inspired to as a result of hearing the words or feeling the vibrations? Excellent. We are being asked. Let's see, Catherine, Abraham, how do you express something you don't feel? For example, I intend to be more confident, but I don't feel confident. Excellent question, Catherine. Thank you very much. How do you express something that you do not feel? You have to understand that, first of all, confidence is just an idea. Everything is just an idea. It's an idea first. The idea is the energy presence. Your planet has an energy presence before the physical expression of that energy presence that you are living on. That energy presence is sourced by the idea of the energy presence. So, first of all, you have to understand that we're just talking about ideas, right? So, when we say confidence, confidence is an idea, and your inner being understands what you mean. So, if it's not something that you have consistently offered in the past, if it's not something that you are totally familiar with, you may have to sit with it for a while. I am confident. inner being, my true self, reveal to me the truth of confidence. Ask yourself the question and allow it to begin to grow inside of you. Remember your seed idea. Remember your seed idea, the sowing of the seed, the cultivating and allowing of that seed to begin to germinate and to begin to grow and develop into the most grand of plants, the most beautiful of flowers, the largest of trees that ultimately equals an entire forest. Begin to sow, cultivate, energize the idea of confidence and sit with it. And if you sit with it, slowly but surely you will begin to feel the feeling. Now, we suggest that you do this not in a circumstance where you need or desire to be confident. Do this in private, in quiet, just because you want to be the expresser of confidence. When you grow the idea just because you desire to be the expresser of confidence, not for any specific reason, and you become, what's the word? When it becomes easy for you to claim confidence, when it becomes easy for you because you have become familiar with the idea and the feeling of confidence, then when you're walking your life's path and you come into a circumstance where you feel that you need to be a little more confident, or you desire to be a little more confident, or you feel the squeak of insecurity begin to move in, you can say, no, I am confident. And because you have played with it when you didn't need it, you can access it. And you're familiar with the idea. You know how it feels, and you can claim confidence anytime you desire to. So, again, our suggestion is to, when you don't need it, play with the idea, claim confidence, ask your inner being to bring the idea of confidence, sow that idea within you, and sit with that idea and allow it to begin to grow inside of you so that you can begin to get accustomed to how it feels to be confident. Now, we'll say this, Catherine, there have been places and times in your life where you have been confident. We know that to be true, and so do you. There are things that you're good at. There are things that come easy to you that don't come easy to other people in which you are confident. Confidence is not a compartmentalized thing. It doesn't have to be. It's because you're confident at cooking, or you're confident at doing this thing over here. That idea of confidence is confidence. So you can take that idea of confidence that you feel and that you are expressing in this arena of your life and apply it over here. The problem is again the belief that newness or uncomfortableness or maybe something that you dislike is not synonymous with the idea of confidence. But they're not synonymous. They're you being the first time into an airport and being confident, they don't go together. You think they go together. You've been conditioned that they go together, but they don't. You can be confident in that space just because you choose to be. It doesn't matter that you've never been there. It doesn't matter that you know nobody. You've never met anybody there. You can be confident and you can walk down the aisles and you can communicate to the people at the desk with confidence, whether you've ever been there or not, just because you're choosing to express confidence. We hope that helps. Let's see. Madeline, Madeline, do we always manifest what we need, or can we also manifest what we want? Do we always manifest what we need, or can we also manifest what we want? Madeline, we want you to think about that for a moment for yourself. And then think about the fact that we were mentioning that all of these things are merely ideas. That which you are expressing now as a person who you believe yourself to be is the result of the ideas that have been sown within you. Some you have chosen, many you have not. Many you have been conditioned to, programmed to you by your parents, family, so many beliefs, so many ideas that you have been conditioned to that are masking over the real you. But they're ideas that you are expressing, whether consciously or unconsciously, that are manifesting as your experience. Now, you are asking, do we always manifest what we need, or can we also manifest what we want? What comes to mind when we say these are merely ideas? These are merely ideas. They are energy. They have an energy presence. The energy presence, the energy structure that is that idea comes out of the energies, right? So, and in the energies, on your planet, so many different experiences are being created. Some you call good, some you call bad, some you say, it's not really either one or the other. But they are the result of the expressions of individuals. Sometimes they move up into the expressions of groups of individuals, the beliefs, the ideas, but they are energy. And if things are energy first, born of the sea of energies that hold your planets, your solar system, the entire universe, and all that has yet to be explored and even fathomed by your race of people, humanity, then there's no limit. There's only potential by that which you believe you are capable of. So when you asked about manifesting what you need or what you want in energy, in vibration, there is no difference. What you have to recognize is that subtly, unconsciously, that which you need, you are expressing, right? I need this amount of money. I need, huh, we stop there because most are not saying they need relationship. They want relationship. Most are not saying they need health and well-being. They desire, they want health and well-being, while at the same time they're expressing many ideas of dis-ease. They're expressing ideas of broken relationship that they have been conditioned to. But in the expressing of a thing, in the energy of a thing, there is no separation between the needed and the wanted. It's expression. What we asked is that you look closely within and see how you are unconsciously expressing that which you need. You're holding it in your mind and body constantly. I need this. I need this. I need this week. I need this month. These things show up that cause you to need a thing, and they cause you to do everything right from a creative standpoint. They cause you to focus on it, right? You're walking around and you're constantly thinking and feeling things inside of your mind and body, and you're doing everything right. And it doesn't matter whether it's a need or a want, the process is the same. You have to unravel the process, understand the process, and then begin to do and express through the process in the direction of that which is desired. It doesn't matter whether you want to be surprised with your favorite drink today at work, or you need a new car, or you're desiring a job, a certain type of job with a certain type of environment, with a certain level of income, or a vacation, or a beautiful experience at a restaurant this evening, of which you were surprised by the invitation to go to that restaurant. There's no limit. And there's no separation between that which is desired and that which is needed. They both are expressions. And once you understand that and really take that to heart, the next chapter is, this is my intention. This is what I'm desiring to express that might be manifest as my experience. How am I in conflict with it? So that you can begin to deal also with the conflict, so that you're not doing this on the inside. You have your intention, but you also have that which is unconscious within you that is resisting that intention. This is the challenge that most are facing. They're intending with ideas over here, and they feel they know and understand about alignment and the feeling of it and all of those things, but they have the resistance inside of them as well. And these ideas most often are canceling each other out, and therefore that which is desired is never seen physically. Or that which is undesired continues to be expressed. Why? Because the person is saying that they want this over here, but they actually are more dominantly seeing, viewing, and feeling that which is undesired. Therefore, these ideas continue to be stronger than that which is intended. And so, if these ideas are stronger, have a greater energy presence, then this is what materializes as experience. We know that was a lot, but we hope that helps. Very welcome. Very welcome. This is exciting for us. Can you focus? Can you over focus? Will it emphasize the lack of? Can you over focus? Will it emphasize the lack of? That is something that you have to see inside of yourself for. All right? Think about it. If someone knows, if they know about the inner creative process, if they know that that which they are expressing is what is materialized in front of them as experience, if they know that if they establish the energy structure of an idea, and they see and feel themselves in the present moment as if that idea is present now, and they understand that that is the nature of the inner creative process. That is how they've been creating the things undesired, and it's exactly how you create the things desired. And so they fathom that idea. A person that knows aligns themselves through that process, aligns their inner creative process, and then they don't need to continue focusing on a thing because they know that they've done that which is necessary from a creative standpoint. That's why it's often been said that if you try to do the thing and to hold the thing and to focus on the thing, it's highly possible that you're actually believing more in the absence of the thing than the presence of a thing. Otherwise, you wouldn't try so hard. Think about that. Am I trying so hard? Am I so focusing so intently because I actually still don't believe in the presence of the thing? The absence of the thing is actually greater. My belief in the absence of the thing is actually greater than my belief in the presence of the thing, even though I can't see it physically. And that's why I try so hard. You have to look within yourself to notice that. Because if that's true, then you know which direction you're pointing your inner creative process toward more dominantly. If you truly believe, hey, I'd like that. That's exciting. Ooh, I feel it. That feels awesome. It feels excellent that we had a great time at the restaurant tonight. The food was good. Our waiter or waitress was fantastic. The conversations that I heard around me were fantastic. As a matter of fact, they were in alignment with some things that other things that I'm intending. Everything was amazing. We had an excellent time. I had an excellent time. Now, if you believe that's possible, then there's no reason to come back to it. Unless that idea comes back into your mind and then you feel it again. As long as the idea is there. Yeah, I had a fantastic time tonight at the restaurant. And then you let it go because you understand the inner creative process. You understand that you have aligned yourself with it. You understand that it will materialize. Yeah. Excellent question. Excellent question. Excellent question. Okay. Well, you said before that you prefer us to be in a state of appropriation and spending time in meditation. Which one is more beneficial to manifest our desires? State of appropriation. Benny's trying to collect what that means, so we will bypass that. Don't worry about what it means. State of appropriation, yes. When we say state of appropriation, we are meaning just the presence of the thing, right? The presence of the thing. You don't have to be in solitude, meditation in order to do any of this stuff, right? This is about it. Understand, this is one of the things we get into and we talk about at length in our workshops and in private sessions and in the community. This is about conditioning yourself to being the person who is doing these things, engaging the inner creative process intently as you walk through your house, as you walk through the stores, as you are at your job, right? We've mentioned through other vessels about what's that idea? Intending, intending in each present moment. Can't remember exactly what the idea was as it was delivered, but intending with each present moment. If you are about this play and practice consistently, you are conditioning yourself to be a conscious creator, to being one who in each present moment is choosing their intentions. Now, you can set your intentions in the beginning of the day to have a fantastic day and know that and feel that and trust that and then go about your day. And you can also segment intending is the idea. With each new segment from room to room in your house, as you walk toward your daughter or your son or your partner, intending in that moment who you intend to be, who you intend to be, in the experience that you desire to create. This is power. State of appropriation, being in the moment, choosing consistently. And it's kind of being in a like a state of walking meditation, but not, not the completely subdued and all of those things. You're living your life, but you have conditioned yourself as one aspiring to be a powerful conscious creator to be intentional, to walk in a state of alignment, to be that which you intend to be, to express that which you intend to express, knowing that it will be and is reflected in the mirror of experience. So when you start, yeah, meditation is the path to go because you're doing a number of different things when you're meditating. You're seeing what it feels and looks like to focus the mind. And how the mind becomes quiet when you focus your attention on a thing in meditation, whether you're focusing on your breathing or you're focusing on an ambient sound or whatever it may be that's nearby. And you're seeing what that feels like. You're becoming aware of thoughts that are flowing through you from the mind of humanity and the thoughts that you are actually consciously thinking. And noticing how the mind jumps from place to place, connected to the mind of the whole, right? There's lots of things that you become aware of that are important to become aware of in your meditation. But meditation is like the first stage of one aspiring to be a conscious creator. As you grow, as you become stronger in yourself, you're going to begin to be more capable of doing those things, being intentional as you walk in your daily life. And you don't have to run to the closet and sit down and be still to be intentional. That's what we mean when we were communicating that, is that you are growing into a being who is intending their creations consciously and constantly and consistently. But it's a growth thing, just like going to the gym or working out. It's a growth thing. But at that point, that is where you're going. That is where you are wanting to go, whether you know it or not. And yes, that is a way more powerful position because you have grown into it than meditation, than being in a meditation, because you're actually in that state, in that phase, at that level of growth and expansion. You're actually, we would say, in a constant state of meditation. And that's a powerful place to be. And that's where each of you are going. Excellent. Excellent. And thank you very much, Madeline. Thank you very, very, very much. Yes. Yes, the live sessions are on the YouTube channel. Yeah, there's a playlist specific for the live sessions that you can go back and watch the replays or the recordings. Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. This has been fantastic. 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 We cannot be more excited and more excited for each of you. The questions that come through, they help solidify the information. They are triggers to your growth and expansion exponentially. Continue to stack. Continue to stack the understanding. Continue to stack the play and practice of these ideas in your life experience. Continue to stack the observing of that which you know you have initiated the materialization of. Whether it's undesired or desired, it does not matter. It matters that you solidify yourself in the truth that you are creating. That's what's most important. Not whether something was desired or not, the fact that you are creating. Once you own and grow and build the belief and understanding that you are creating, then you begin to point your attention toward that which you desire, understanding that it is an unraveling power, is in knowing that it's in the intending, it's in the establishing the state of being of that which you are intending, and the unraveling of the conditioning simultaneously, knowing that you are creating, no longer upset at that which you have created that is undesired, no longer angry, no longer frustrated. Remember that it's about your expressing. So, in your frustration, your anger, all of these ideas expressed toward anything undesired, you are expressing the thing, right? Expand your awareness. No longer express those low vibrational ideas to you about you. Be accepting of the experiences, good, bad, or indifferent. Be loving of yourself. Be accepting of yourself. Begin to celebrate yourself and begin to point your intentions and your focus and aligning your inner being toward that which you desire so that you can begin to recognize and unravel and reveal the truth of you. And we're here to support you in that endeavor in any way that we can. And if you're inspired to get more information on our other offerings, are more in depth, are more lengthy, and are more in person offerings, check the description or send us an email. We love you very much. Thank you, everyone, and have a fantastic day.